Well, g'day everybody and welcome back to the Bridge of the Ocean Farmer. So this is episode number 3 of Deadliest Catch the Game. What we need to do now is we were in the process of pot collecting we need to be on. We were in the process of picking up our 8 pots that we threw out. We got 3 pots in, so we've got another 5 to collect. I just put our crew on there, our crew member on there. We will move forward and we will move up to the next pot and process that one. What I might do in this episode, as opposed to the previous episode, I actually collected 3 pots and threw all the crabs in and then did a big sort, which was 200 and something crabs, I think. What I might do with this one is I may actually do this one in a way that we process each pot as we go. Alright, need to stop that. Need to reverse back a little bit. Let's get out of here. He should go and collect that pot, but he's not. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You're supposed to be on pot collection. You're supposed to be on pot collection. Catching and reeling the pot. Come on. So we did have him bug out a little bit on some of it. He tends to take his time a little bit. Are we too close to this one for him? Perhaps, I'm not sure. Let's go back into the bridge. Let's reverse this around like that. That'll do. Let's see if he's happy to catch that one. If not, we're going to do it ourselves, because I'm not going to wait for him to bug out. So, okay, let's throw that in there. Hook that up. Beautiful. We'll bring it up ourselves. Let's bring that up. There we go. Sweet. And he should now collect this pot. So let's grab this one, throw it on there, and drop that. There we go. Now he's going and doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is grabbing all of that. We shall get up in the crane and wait for him to drop that out. Beautiful. We'll pick that up, move it across, and put it in storage. Lovely. Drop it there. Hopefully not drop it in the water. And just bring that around, ready for the next one. Out we go. Alright, let's start sorting the crabs here now. And there's 72. That's actually a pretty cool haul. Okay, so sorting the crabs, it does sort of become second nature. Let's see, that's a keeper. Some of them you do have to, that's a female. That's a female. But it is also really easy to mess up what pile you put them in, and once you've done that, you can't go back, unfortunately. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Now, because I'm starting to get rid of to get used to it after doing those 200 before, I'm kind of getting a little bit better at identifying size. See, that one I'm not sure about. You do need to be careful. We don't want to get a fine or anything, so it's not worth. That's a keeper. It's not worth putting anything that isn't worthwhile in your thing. So that one's a keeper. That one's size. That's a female anyway. That one's a female. That one's a male and too small. That one's a male and good size. That is male and good size. That's too small. That one's a female. That one's a female. That looks like a female as well. Yes, it is. That one's a keeper. That one's a keeper. And you do kind of get an idea when it brings up the height itself. So that one there should be, yeah. That one's a keeper. That one's a keeper. That one there's a female. That's too small. That one's a keeper. That one's a keeper. Oh, that one's too small, I'm pretty sure. We'll just double check to make sure. Yes, it is. That one's definitely a keeper. That one's definitely a keeper. That one's too small, I'm guessing. Yep, it is. I'm still going to be sort of a little bit cautious in regards to what I do keep and don't keep. Anything that I'm not super aware of, like that one should be a throw out. Yep. Anything that I'm not confident about, I shall have the machine check for me. That's a keeper. That's a female. That one there is a keeper. That one there is a female. That's definitely a keeper. That one's definitely a keeper. That one should be a keeper. I think it's large enough. Yes, it is. That one there is definitely a keeper. That's too small and was a female anyway. That one's definitely a keeper. That one's a keeper. And I'm not sure whether you actually have to go through the identification process to fully to register the crabs in regards to whether you've got crabs that aren't keep. But I'm not sure. So I'm just going to do it this way and see how we go. That one's a nice big male. There are some big females in here. Some very big females in here. It's too small. That's a female. And that one's a male, which is a keeper. Alright, so we got 38 out of that, which is actually pretty cool. Let's grab our tub. Let's throw all of these guys in here. There we go. That's all of them. Okay, so 38 from one pot. We'll throw these out. Out you go, fellas, ladies. And we shall drop that down there. Alright, beautiful. So at the moment you can see we've got 812 kilograms of a 7,500 kilogram hold. So that's pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so we'll put a little bit of power into the boat. Not too much power. I want to actually move this out a little bit wider to see if he is he ready to. He should be ready to collect the pot. So I'm hoping that we will be able to get some more crew and have some sort of system running eventually, or you know, by the end of this season at least. I'm pretty sure that we stay out here for until our hold is absolutely full, or until the end of the season. Season ends in 7 days, so there we go. Stop that off there. Come on, dude. Do you collecting? For some reason, he does not want to do the collecting. So perhaps putting him on 2 jobs is too much, is it? Should we throw him off of that? Maybe we should. Alright, let's grab that. Let's do this ourselves. We need to hook it into there. Beautiful. Alright, bring that up. Drop that down. We shall grab that. We shall hook it onto there and place it on there. Get rid of that. Bring him up. See, he just ran around there to actually bring that pot up, to capture that pot and bring it up, but it was kind of too late, wasn't it? So I don't know whether they improve in speed eventually or what happens, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, just nutting it out as we go. So let's throw that there. Beautiful. Bring that around there. Okay, lovely. And we shall sort these ones as well. In we go. And that's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's a female. That one there is a keeper. That one's not. That one's too small. That one's definitely a keeper. That one's too small as well. That one's definitely a keeper. So is he. Be nice to have a good ratio. Female. Female. I think this one's a keeper. Yep. It's a keeper. It's a female. That one's definitely a keeper. Too small. Female. Female. Too small. Definitely. That was a big crab, that one. Too small. Oh, see, there we go. There's a mistake that I made, and you can't go back on that. I threw that in the wrong pile. It's frustrating that you can't go back on it as well, if you know what I mean. Like, it'd be nice if you could go, whoops, undo, undo. That's a keeper. Because it is, when you're trying to do this relatively quickly, it is really, really difficult or quite easy to actually press the wrong button. Okay, that's too small. He's definitely a keeper. He's definitely a keeper. So is he. That's too small. That's definitely a keeper. That one there is a female. And and obviously you do get fined for these as well, for the ones that aren't correct. So you do have to be really, really careful. It's probably too small, I would say. Yeah. That would be too small. That would be too small. That would be a keeper. He would definitely be a keeper. So is he. He's too small. Yep. It's a she. Too small, I would say. But I will double check the ones that I'm not overly sure about. That was a female. That's a female. That's a female. He looks like a keeper. Beautiful. Definitely a keeper there. Alright, so it's a process. It's a process. I'm pretty sure this one's a keeper as well. Let's see. Come on. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, he was a keeper. He's definitely a keeper. I reckon this one's a keeper as well. Yep. And you can imagine how quickly these guys have to do this in real life. Well, you've seen in the program how quickly they have to do it, so there we go. Yep. That one's a keeper as well. Not a bad haul. 50%, so that's pretty cool. Let's get our bucket. Let's grab all of those. It is definitely nicer breaking it up and doing it pot by pot, I think, rather than sitting there and going through sort of 200 of. Now let's see if we can get this guy working. We really need for him to be doing that. So put in coiler, throw out crabs. Place pot on the launcher. Okay. Alright, and I'm not sure exactly how they go in regards to sorting crabs. Do they mess up? Do they do a good job of sorting crabs? Should I have him sorting crabs maybe? Or maybe in the next run that we do, we could have him sorting crabs. We've still got 3 pots left to go. I'm not sure. It looks like there's only... yeah, there is 3 pots out there. One's behind that mast. that forward mast. So in we go. Stop that there. That should be okay. I want to see if he does it. He's not doing it, is he? Is he taking time? Is it a time thing? Does he get faster as he gets experience? Or come on, buddy, come on, you can do it. While you're doing that, I will put these in. It would be nice if he would be a bit quicker. Have we got off bait in there? I'm not overly sure. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? I could actually throw him, as opposed to doing that. I could throw him on crab sorting, and we'll see how he goes on crab sorting, and we'll get this ourselves, because we don't have time to mess around, do we? Alright, bring that up, no worries. Operate that, bring that down. Let's grab that, put it on there, throw it on there. See, he runs over to do it after we've done it ourselves. So, goodness gracious me. Let's see if he's any good at sorting the crabs. Let's grab that, and there he goes into sorting. So, let's see what kind of ratio we get. We're getting like a 50% ratio. So, if he can get a 50% ratio and he's relatively right, then that might actually be okay. One and 4. There we go. So we'll see how it goes. He's got 67 crabs to sort out there. Geez, there's some fair-sized crabs there, isn't there? Hopefully he doesn't mess it up. Alright, while he's doing that, we will get our next pot organised, which is over here. I won't actually bring it in until he's finished sorting, but we will definitely get ourselves into position there. Definitely loving this game. Definitely loving this game. Thank you, Farmer, for donating it to the channel. How's he going with his sorting? Although there wasn't that many. I think the capacity or something is per pot is 80 or something. 80 crabs, but we're not quite getting to 80 crabs per pot. But at this point in time, we probably haven't done too bad, really. Don't think. Alright, let's hook this one up. Oh, we're a little bit close, aren't we? But it is working nonetheless. Alright, let's bring that up. Let's bring that down. 12 and 13. So he's on about a 50% ratio, which is similar to what we've done. But I don't know what the whole... I'm not overly sure what the whole sort of mistake ratio is in regards to, is he going to make any mistakes and say select a crab that's too small, or throw a female into the keep list, so, or even worse, throw a good sized male into the reject list. So I'm not sure. While he's doing that, can we yeah, we probably could, actually. Okay. I don't want to confuse him by bringing that one up, and although quite honestly, I could have him sorting. He could actually sort after we've brought in the rest of these, couldn't he? So we're still at about a 50% ratio. It's not too bad. Grab those. I can throw those out. Whee! Out you go. Put that away. We've got plenty of room in our hold for plenty more crabs. We've got 1,000 kilos at the moment sitting in there after what, 5 pots, I think, 5 or 6 pots. So that's not too bad. He's getting there. He's getting there. That's a big crab. Oh, it must have been a female. That's a big crab too. Let's grab those. Hope this doesn't confuse him while I'm doing this. That's a male, yeah, we know that. So let's keep our... Yep, that's a male, so it should go in there. It was quite a big one. That's a big male, should go in the keep list. 27. That's too small. That's female. That's a big one. Don't know whether it's a female. Must have been a female. 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 So he seems to be doing an alright job. That was a female as well. Don't know what this one is. Alright, come on. So if anybody knows whether these guys actually mess up a lot or whether they actually do a good job, let me know. We only seem to have got 28 crabs out of this, so maybe they're not as good. 29. So maybe they are not as good. I might take him off crab sorting, I think. Okay, well, let's throw these out. Let's open that up. Grab these 30 crabs, because that was less than what we were getting, but at the same time, I don't know whether that was just a bad catch. So let's take him off of that. Let's take him off of that and leave it there. Okay, that's cool. Alright, a little bit of messing around until we work this out. So let's get rid of that. Let's bring that up. Actually, that's what we could do. We could also put him on storing the pot. That might be a good idea, and then we can get straight into this. So that makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? It's a keeper, and then we can do this ourselves. Okay, there's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's female. Not sure about size on this one. It might be bordering. Yep, that's a keep. Beautiful. It's definitely a keep. It's female. It's not a keep. It's not a keep. It's male. It's too small. Yep. Female. It's a keeper. Alright. So it takes us a little bit less time to do, obviously. But let's see what kind of ratio we get out of this one as opposed to what we got. 30 from him, I think. So maybe he is throwing some pay down the drain, basically. That's a female. That one's definitely a keeper for us. That one's definitely a keeper for us. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got a better ratio already, haven't we? Or almost. It's a female. That's too small. Female, or maybe not. Maybe he did do a good job. I'm pretty sure that's right on the... Yep. beautiful. We'll keep that one. Too small. Let's keep up. Too small. It's probably too small, I reckon. Yep. Some of them you kind of really have to. Is it right on borderline? Is it right on borderline? That's a keep. Get him. Female. It's a male. Alright, so maybe I was being a little bit harsh on him. Maybe he does do a good job. Because we are at a 50% ratio now. It's a keeper. It's definitely a keeper. So is that. Okay, it's not as mundane doing this when you're not doing sort of 3 or 4 pots together. So, all right, we are nearly done here, and that's too small as well. There you go. So we got 32 out of that. So that's not too bad. Which is about what he got. He got 30 as well, didn't he? So maybe I was being a little bit harsh. Maybe I was just being a little bit of a harsh captain. Alright, let's move up to the next one. Let's see. This is our last pot here, actually. A little bit of power into the ship. Bring him around. Now you can get these guys to scrub the deck. Now, does that... does a dirty deck have any type of effect on the work that you do? Is there risk in this game of perhaps injuring the crew members, injuring themselves because the deck is dirty? I don't know. It would be nice to know, wouldn't it? Alright, let's bring this up. And does the deck actually get dirty? Why would they put that mechanic in if that wasn't the case? Oh, a bit too harsh there. There we go, perfect. Alright, let me bring this one in. There we go. Throw him in there. Bring that up. Drop that down. Okay, nice little routine happening here, and he should be able to do his work now. See, now the deck does not seem too dirty, so he'll put that away as well. So having him operate the crane and drop these crabs out isn't too bad a thing, is it? Alright, so we have 8 crab pots back on board. Let's start sorting these guys out. Yep. Oh, is that borderline? That's a keep. Lovely. It's a female. That's a female. That's a female. That's a female. That's a keep. Alright, what we might also do is go into the tablet and have him doing the deck cleaning now as well. So he can do that now while we're sorting this stuff out. Oh, look at that, he puts everything away. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's 2 females. Is that borderline? It looks borderline. I'm not overly sure. Come on. Yep, beautiful. We can keep that one. That's too small. That's definitely a keep. That's a female. That's discard. That's discard. That's a keep. That's a keep. Now, if I do accidentally throw one out and it shouldn't be thrown out, then I do apologise. But as I said, you kind of get into a bit of a routine here, and sometimes you actually mess up. So there we go, lovely. I've got some good ones there. Too small, we'll get him next season. Too small. That's a keep. It's probably too small, yep. Female. Keep that one. It's female. It's female. It's a keep. Lovely. Female. Female. That's too small. Too small. Female. Too small. Keep. So what do we got? 18 to 33 this time. Ooh, so the last pot wasn't the best one. That one should be a keep. That one should be a keep. Yep, it is. Getting some very last ones. That's a keep. That's too small. That's too small. That one there should be a keep. It'll be right on borderline. Beautiful. That one there is a keep. That one there is definitely a keep. It's female. That one should be a keep as well. Alright, building the ratio up. Building the ratio up. There we go. Too small. That one's a female. And that one there is a keep. Lovely. Alright, that's cool. Okay, so what we can do is he's cleaned the entire deck up, so that's good. Let's get that out. Where did he put that? I'm not sure where he put that. Alright, that's 29 out of that, so let's throw those in there. And let's get these ones overboard. So not as good a pot, that one, but done nonetheless. Alright, so let's give him a rest. Oh, he's going to clean that up now. Let's put him on resting. Okay, so cleaning basically means that that they clean everything up. Alright, so they tidy the deck up basically. Alright, so we'll put that back down there. Now, what have we got after our first 8? We've got 1,617 kilos. We still have plenty of fuel. We've got 11,794 litres of fuel. Our boat is sitting at 10 tonne of 50 tonne capacity, so beautiful. What we will do now is he's resting. Let's have a look at the map and see if we can find another place. See, that's about 4.2. I reckon we go there. And this should be our next point. Alright, so crew-wise, let's go to putting the pot on the launcher. And launching the pot. Can he launch the pot as well? Or should we just have him put him... let's just have him put them on the launcher. Alright, it is night time. We'll grab one of those. Oh, goodness me. Put the buoys on. Let's see. We had sardines. We seem to be getting that. No. We'll store that in there. Okay, I'm not sure how long this bait lasts for, or whether it goes off or not. So... Alright, buoys are definitely on. Yes, they are. There we go, and lower that. Beautiful. So he should bring the next... Yeah, he is bringing the next pot in. Alright, what we shall do is we shall put that on that speed there. And we will continue in a straight line, and we will throw these pots out. There we go. Grab another buoy. Throw that on there. Throw the buoy on. Got enough bait. Okay, and ready to go. I'm not sure how far away we should put these. Let's try a closer one this time. All right, beautiful. Grab another one of those. Come on, load another one up. There he goes. Beautiful. Now you can imagine coming out here in the season and doing maybe throwing 50 pots in and going and collecting 50 pots. It wouldn't work too bad, really, would it? Put the buoys on. We've got no more of that, so let's use another sardine. Okay, beautiful. Close that. Out we go. Launching pot. Lovely, lovely. Now he'll start moving one of those straight away, so we can prep for that. Certainly nice having them do the crane themselves, because doing the crane is a bit of a pain in the butt, really. Let's put the buoy on. Throw that in there. Alright, beautiful. And launch. It's feeling very cold out here. Very cold indeed. Alright, lovely. Next boy. Round he comes. And hopefully these guys get experience as they go, which would be really, really cool if they did. Because then you could probably specialise guys on different things, I would say. Throw that in. Make sure that that's got a buoy. Yes, it does. Out you go. I think that's probably a good distance, isn't it? Seems to work out quite well. Alright. Don't know whether if you've got a really good spot and you're spreading your pots out too far, whether that's a bit of a problem. So we've definitely got a buoy on there. Yep. I just thought I'd double check just to make sure. Okay, what do we got? We've got 2 pots left. Sweet. Alright. In we go. I think these guys on these boats definitely earn their money, don't they? Let's see some of that. Throw you in there. Beautiful. And got buoys. Yep. Out we go. Alright, a lovely long line of pots. Alright, so we've nearly used up that entire bait block, so there we go. Another one of those. That on there. Grab some bait. Throw that on there. I reckon another probably 3 or 4, maybe 4 pots, and we would use up each run. We would use up 2 blocks of bait. So, all right. Well, that is it, guys. There you go. So we can put him on. We can put him on resting. So he does all right doing the pot, putting the pot on the launcher while we're preparing that. Throwing out crabs and storing pot, he does pretty good as well. So that's pretty good. Alright, what we are going to do now is we shall put that in there like that. And I'm going to call this one an episode, guys. Here we are out in the Bering Sea. We've thrown in our pots. We'll see how we go this time in comparison to what we went last time. You can see the tonnage on the ship has gone down because we've got because we've thrown all our pots off, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can top 1600 kilos in this next run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here, and then when we come back for the next episode, we will wait 12 hours and start reeling these things in. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this one, hit like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I've got lots of a variety of content coming out on the channel at the moment. Head over to our Twitch and join the Twitch community. We are streaming. We're doing Spooky Saturdays, as well as 2 streams during the week minimum, so of a variety of games. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time on the Deadliest Catch.